doing a Spirits of the Circle reading for July 5th, 2026. The last Spirits of the Circle reading seemed to have good positive feedback, so I'm going to go with that style again. This reading is 6 different cards with one space being in the center in the south position, with other spirits, time, journey, place, ancestors, tribe, and Alwyn, or like essence or God energy. Start here. The main card in the self space is Raven. I think I had this the last time in a different reading, was healing, initiation, and protection. So watchfulness, mindfulness of healing, initiation, and protection. The Raven is essence looking for primarily those things. Go to the second space, the spirit of the ancestors. We have a cow. The cow is nourishment, motherhood, and the goddess, bringing about good sense of values, or like nurturing, I guess would be another good word to put into that. Nourishment and motherhood. It's the spirit of the ancestors. See, it's kind of like a rich environment with like a lot of lushness, or it could be, maybe a lot easier to see the potentials and things that exist, but sometimes it's good to remember to feel a balance, or just like a sense of harmony or sense of stability. Kind of, maybe that's a good reminder with the spirit of the ancestors, that sometimes you feel a sense of stability or security, or things that will be okay overall. Let's go to the third card. The spirit of the tribe is the otter. So joy, playful, and helpfulness. So that's a good sense of values of having fun, having a good time. Is maybe not necessarily like winning or taking the prize. Is not necessarily the goal or the end means of like pursuing something that you kind of want to, enjoy yourself. So that's good with the otter, and the spirit of the tribe kind of reminds a sense, just like with the cow, the sense of the spirit of ancestors. Maybe it's good to feel calm or stability. It's good to remember that winning isn't everything, or that maybe, just being able to have a good experience is better than like being most notable or most recognized or whatnot. Let's go to the fourth card. We have the cat here, guardianship, detachment, and sensuality as in the spirit of time. So maybe not necessarily a reserved kind of attitude, but the protective energy. The same thing we see in the self space with the raven. We have guardianship, detachment. So kind of knowing their sense of worth or protection, and staying clear on boundaries. Maybe knowing where potential exists, or where too much uncertainty or danger exists, maybe to move forward. They kind of wait some time in the spirit of time. That's the, maybe the guardianship or detachment energy, like knowing maybe it's best to wait to see what happens sometimes than to just kind of like pursue like seeking an answer, or like maybe running into an argument, a conversation, whatever. You have numerous things you want to find, or numerous things you want to avoid as well. It's kind of an inevitable. Go to the fifth card now. In the spirit of place is an owl. So the owl brings up detachment, wisdom, and change. So following the cat with the spirit of time, the spirit of place is kind of like the maybe emotional or sense of stability, like, or a sense of an emotional sense of security. I'm sorry, this is what I wanted to say. that it's, you know, like uh, you know, maybe you're able to slow down, or you're able to adjust or make the changes, and you're able to feel a calm sense of knowing and that wisdom, like where you've made a change, you successfully completed something, or you avoided something just being catastrophic or horrible or something, which is just as good, you know, even though it's not an accomplishment, but, you know, maybe maintained from making a bad decision when it might have been easier for you to do so in the past too. So the owl kind of has that wisdom, recollection energy where it's okay to, just like it's okay to make a change, it's okay to detach from the change too, and have like the wisdom to know the differences, like kind of uh, maybe that was isn't my battle to fight or something. I guess could be not an avoidant energy, like I said, but like an energy of protectiveness, or would make guardianship and intuition. In the sixth space, we have the dog. The dog is uh, guidance, protection, and loyalty. So a strong energy of following or like companionship. So it's good in having a protective energy combined with wisdom energy. We have those two in conjunction, across diagonally from each other in the spaces here. The dog in the south in the sixth space does the guardianship and loyalty and detachment. So it matches the energy of the cat very well, but it's in the spirit of the journey too. So again, it has that where it maybe knows who's going, like who's part of the mission. The dog is the intellect of like there's who's coming along, who's going forward with this, along with the momentum. The owl is more of the detachment or the wisdom of knowing that things will be fine, things will be stable. But the dog brings up like, you know, who follows up with this idea, who does this align with, kind of. All right, we'll go to the last card, to the Allen card, and it's a goose. Here we have uh, he had vigilance, parenthood, and productive power. So those other energies, we have a lot of the protective qualities. With the being the final card, the goose brings that as well. Productive power, parenthood. So maybe it's the same, or like a detached wisdom, or like kind of more of a detached energy is good for like nurturing values. The goose here with vigilance and parenthood. It's kind of maybe, you know, the kind of message is saying it's more easy to let go, to let things change, to allow things change, than to kind of try to force things to change suddenly or rapidly all at once. It's hard to do, but that usually kind of has a countering opposition effect too. So once again, we have self space with the raven, then into the cow and otter. I like the reminder of the playfulness of the otter, the initial values of nourishment coming from the west space, the northwest, and the cow. I wanted to show you one last look at this here. All right, was good reading. Spirits of the circle spread. If you like this content, like and subscribe. All right, we'll see you in the next one.